Pearl Jr. God, oh my God, I hope tonight is not going to be one of those nights where I'm just going to be buffering. So I hope everyone's doing fine. We pray for the people in Tampa, Florida. Angie and Matt are there. A friend of mine is in Georgia. Some other people that I know, like Teresa Bruner is in Florida. Bobby Anderson, aka Peter Medani, aka as Michael Jackson's decoy, he's in South Carolina. So there's this huge storm coming that's supposed to be a category 5 when it hits land, at 160, 170 miles an hour winds and rains. Oh, Lord, please let them be okay. All right, guys. So we're going to pray for them and pray for safety and pray for as few casualties as possible. Thank you, dear Lord. All right. As promised, guys, right? I kept saying, I've been busy with the skin butter store, and I've just, been busy trying to get things together. And I've been promising a case file from the coroner's office that came from someone from the coroner's office. Okay. So it is directly from the coroner's office. You guys who have watched the Alive docuseries know about Carlton Austin Guy, aka Oscar Quintana, aka Michael Jackson. What the heck under the unclaimed bodies detail? Well, I got that case file and I've had it since December of 2023, and I couldn't share it before because there were certain, I can't even tell you how I got it, but I got it. Maybe one day I'll share that with you too. Okay. But before we get to that, we gotta do some stuff. I got a new Funko Pop from Michael Jackson. Let's see, the reflection is a little strong, but there it is. It is the Michael Jackson one from, it's a Billie Jean one. Okay, Off the Wall or Billie Jean. How do you know? Okay, how do you know? Okay, Michael number 360. They don't even give a description, but I think it's it's Off the Wall. It's the Off the Wall one. Yay! So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I got 6, and I know where to get a 7th. All right, let's move on. A couple of rest in peace, Cissy Houston, who was Whitney Hughes' mother. Passed away at the age of like 91. So she lived a long life. And, she is also the cousin to Dionne Warwick, the great Dionne Warwick, who is still with us, and the mother to Whitney Houston, and the grandmother to Bobby Christina, and the once mother-in-law to Bobby Brown. Everybody thought Bobby Brown was the bad one, but Bobby seems to have outlived them all, unfortunately. Fortunately, I don't know how to say that, because, it's so unfortunate what happened to Whitney and what happened to Bobby Christina and Bobby Christina's, and oh gosh, and then for Bobby Brown to survive that, it's got to be tough. Okay, so rest in peace. Thank you for the music. And Cissy was a gospel singer. I think she sung background for Elvis Presley. So she has her great accolades herself, and they come from a huge singing family. I mean, Dionne Warwick, Whitney Houston, Cissy Houston. Come on, the voices. Okay, so and then John Amos. Maybe I should show you a picture of Cissy Houston. I'm going to show you a picture of her. Okay, the camera gets a little weird when I keep moving it around. There she is. Rest in peace. Okay. What was I going to say? Where was I at? I was at well, rest in peace. I was at John Amos. Amos, famous Amos, AMOS, was in Good Times. He was the adult Kunta Kinte. He was in Coming to America. He played the father. And he just had some fabulous accolades. And he passed away, and there's drama. So there's probably going to be a court case, a wrongful death suit, something with their family drama. The son took him out of the hospital against the person who had his power of attorney and against the doctor's wishes. His son urged him, seemed like his son had manipulated him to leave the hospital. He had been diagnosed with dementia, but he didn't seem dementia when he was in the backseat of the car and somebody was recording it. He seemed like he was well on top of it. And arguing back and forth, and he was the subject. He was the subject of their argument, and he didn't like it. And he said, if I die, I die. You know, because she was like, John, you don't have your medicine. Where are you going to get your medicine? You should not leave the hospital. You need to stay in the hospital. He died, and then the public didn't find out. Neither did the sister. And it was reported that she had some issues too with him, but the sister didn't find out for 6 weeks, just like she found out through the media. So there's going to be some drama with that. And if you want to know who John Amos is, just Google him. And I talked about him in the last live. Janet was on Good Times, right? All right. She was the neighbor to the main family, JJ and Michael and Florida and James and what was her Winona? What was her name? Waluma. What was her name? Oh, let me look it up. I messed up her name last time. The names of the 3 kids in Good Times. Walona. No. Thelma. Winona was, I think that was Janet, the one who played Janet's mother. Okay, but anyway, her name was Thelma. Okay, in the sitcom Good Times. Okay, so let's move on. And she looks fabulous, by the way, for her age. My God, she looks beautiful. All right. Jordan Sparks, who won who was the youngest winner of American Idol, and many years ago, more than a decade ago. Jordan Sparks, she's 34 years old now, but she won American Idol, and she has a new song, and it's called Remember, and it is like a mix of Remember Me, I think it's called Remember Me, and she is using some of Michael Jackson's hit, a reimagined version of Michael's hit, Remember the Time. And it's really nice. I love it. She did a great job. There it is. So you guys check that out. So Michael's getting some little subliminal love that way. MJ and P. Diddy. I don't even want to waste my time with that. You know why? Because blame everything on P. Diddy. Now, P. Diddy is a bad guy. And he's done some awful, terrible, awful things. But I don't think he did every single solitary thing in the world. Okay, wrong. And of course, Michael's going to have a picture with him because they're both in the music industry. And Diddy was a powerful guy. Michael also attended some kind of symposium with Jay-Z. Okay, so that's going to happen. It doesn't mean that Michael attended those freak-off parties, okay, with Diddy. Diddy did, oh, you know what? Diddy messaged me a couple times, and I think I have it saved somewhere, okay? Because at one point, I was really following him. He was so motivational. He was really positive, giving off the right vibes. And I was like, yeah. So he had a certain thing called F It Friday. And so I had found some socks that said F It. So I was going to give him those socks as a gift. And so I was messaging him to say, I need an address. And so he was coming to LA. He knew I was from LA. He was coming to LA, and he said, I'm going to be at such and such a spot, right? And then I emailed him back, and I was like, who's this? And he said, like, it's Diddy. I'm like, oh, okay, because he wanted his gift from me. And but I said, I responded back and I said, I'm at work. I can't leave work. I didn't have enough time. I didn't know you were coming into town. So I never got to give him those effed socks that I wanted to give him. So now, Diddy, damn, Diddy, damn, Diddy. God, you in trouble, baby. God dang. All right. We're going to see what happens at the trial. And everybody remember, any kind of is not illegal. So as long as everybody was consenting, nobody was drugged, which is an allegation, and nobody was underage, which is an allegation, and nobody crossed state lines to have sex for money, which is an allegation. You didn't break any laws, but golly, they seem like they got them in videotapes. Oh, why did you keep the evidence? Why? But so that we know the truth. MJ and Diddy, they said Diddy's responsible for Michael Jackson being dead. Michael ain't dead. Michael is not dead. Michael faked his death, and I wish I could get more people to believe me, but I think Michael keeps me in a box so that I don't ever come out, and he watches my every move, and he watches that I never go viral, and that the right people never find my investigation, and it only stays small within the immediate fandom, and he makes sure that, because it's easy. Okay, you just program something, and every time you see MichaelJacksonInsider.com, you follow what it does, and then they can control what goes viral, what doesn't. Because why, after I've been covering Michael almost 20 years, since 2005, I should be huge. Why aren't I huge? Because somebody is suffocating me and suffocating the information, and the only person that really has a stake in the game is Michael. I believe Michael planned on coming back. That's why that he recorded was Earth Song. It's about the videos about the dead reversing back to the living. And he also has that audio illusion, that ear illusion, called What If I Live Again, What If I Die Again? I'm going to have to call her back, but I want to call her back. I will. All right. But I'm on live right now, so I couldn't take the call. All right. So anyway, and that's why, and I believe that Michael had set everything up, Jermaine announcing his brother's dead with no doctors on the stage, no nurses, no medical professionals on the stage at all at UCLA Medical Center. And Jermaine wearing on the back, living as king, because he didn't know what the future was going to bring. He knew that he had set it up properly, but he had no idea it was going to go as well as it went with the cryonic body double, which I'm going to present the case file to you in this live. Okay. So, let's do, and Lisa Marie. Okay. I always like Lisa Marie. Bless her soul. Okay. Because she was there for Michael in his darkest hour. She was. Now, supposedly her memoirs are about to be released. Well, she died a few years ago, and you can't believe that those are her memoirs. They've been manipulated. They've been, you just can't believe it. Okay. Now, okay. Not here to say, yeah, that happened. No, that happened. Michael's, yeah, that happened. No, that happened. Now, she's saying now that Michael was a virgin. How would you know? Michael could tell you he was a virgin at 35, but it don't mean he was, and he wasn't, because he had Brandon Howard, him and Mickey Howard, bang, bang, bang. Okay? Him and Mickey Howard. The story of Billie Jean is a true story. Michael was more of a player before that happened. He had plenty of girlfriends. He was in love with Diana Ross. He was messing around with Teresa Gonzalez. He was messing around with Rhonda, what's her name? Starts with an R. Gosh, girl, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Her. He was messing around with Tatum O'Neal. He was messing around with Brooke Shields. Brooke kind of came a little late, so not really Brooke yet. He was messing around with Stephanie Mills. Michael was a little player. And then when that happened, and it scared him to, oh my God, it scared him to bejesus. Okay, named and prayed. And it messed with his head so much he wrote a song about it. And the reason why the song is so great is because it was so passionate. Okay, because it had Michael. I told you guys that Michael said on camera and had a lot of truth to it. I already showed you that clip. All right. So Michael had sex with Mickey Howard. Mickey Howard had that son. His name is Brandon Howard. Okay. Period. Everything fits. Time. Access. She lived at the house. Joe was her manager. Joe is not the father because Catherine did not let Giovanni in the house, so she wouldn't have allowed Brandon to be at the house on weekends and holidays, and Brandon grew up in that house. Okay, in the Havenhurst house. All right. Mickey Howard is not the type of lay down chick that you can just do anything to. Now, I'm sure he bribed her with money, and Mickey Howard said she signed an NDA. And of course, when that story hit, and I was a part of that story hitting, and the interview, which my videos with Brandon have over 1 million views, the estate helped BET do this, what was it called? Something on Mickey Howard songs. What's that series? BET biographical series. It was called BET. What's it called, guys? Not Best. I said BET. Biographical, not Best. You know how they just mess it up. Okay, well, anyway, that one, Unsung, was that BET? Was it called Unsung? Unsung series, is that it? On TV One. Okay, maybe it was the TV One instead of, let's do Mickey Howard. Okay, Mickey Howard. And, 2010. No, it wasn't out in 2010. It came out later. But anyway, Love Under New Management. Anyway, it was 2016 that came out. Okay, anyway, so when the news hit and Michael's the Billie Jean son, which he is, the estate had something to do with her biography coming out, and I believe it was BET. And what is that? It wasn't Unsung because they said 2010. What was? Oh, the series came out in 2010, but Mickey Howard's one was in 2016. Yeah, Unsung. Yeah, yep, that's it. That's the one. It was Unsung, and it was on TV One. And one thing that they did immediately was make Augie Johnson the father within the first few minutes and not even mention her relationship with the Jacksons, which goes to show you that that was true. Okay, because why would they not mention her relationship with the Jacksons? Her and Jermaine had a duet. She was managed by Joe Jackson. Her kids grew up in the house because they were covering it up. They were covering up the truth. So if Lisa Marie thought Michael was a virgin, girl, and we don't even know if that's true or not. Okay, that might be more smokescreen because Michael's still hiding that he had Brandon Howard out of wedlock. Period. Okay, it happens. You're human with your sexy self, especially off the wall. Yeah, I would have did the same thing. If I was in the house, girl, if I was in the house, I would have had to have that. Period. Okay? And so would millions and hundreds of millions of women would have did the same thing. You were the lucky one that has his maybe only biological child. I'm still wondering about Dante though. Okay? And when nearer to when the Michael biopic is coming out. Oh, I'm sweating. I'll tell you guys the real story behind Dante coming to visit me at the farmer's market. There is a backstory to that I cannot share. But I will share it in 2025 when I'm given permission to share why he came up there. Okay? So much, y'all. Some things I just can't tell. Okay, but anyway, so we moving on. So Michael wasn't his son. Every single solitary, the way Brandon looked, the way Brandon moved, the way Brandon sing, the way Brandon talk. Okay, he looks like Brandon, he looks like Catherine. Don't look like Joe, he looked like Catherine. Because Michael looked like Catherine. Okay, Brandon's been around the house the whole dang time. He knows all the Jacksons. He hangs around the Jacksons. We talking about a 40-year relationship. Okay. Brandon was at Havenhurst when the death announcement came down. Okay. I saw Brandon Howard at the Conrad Murray trial. I interviewed Brandon, and guess who the one that to know Brandon in the first place? Peter Michael Bobby. Okay. Peter Medani, he the one that first hooked me up with Brandon. That's how I got that interview. Okay? So, anyway, he set it up behind the scenes. He knows how to work things where you don't know who's setting stuff up. It'd be him. It'd be him making all kind of moves. Okay? Now, there's not a lot of Michael news, and the reason is that it's the quiet before the storm. Okay? Quiet before the storm. Okay, I think I need to do the Janet Jackson thing. Now, people were on Janet Jackson saying that because she said that Kamala Harris' father was white. Kamala Harris' father is black. He's from Jamaica. Jamaica has like a population of like over 90% black. And the funny thing is that to let you know the trickery that was going on back in the 60s and before that, and still goes on today, but it's way more covert, on Kamala Harris's birth certificate, her mother, who is full-blooded Indian from India, it says she's Caucasian. What? There, a lot of Indians is darker than us Africans. They got straighter hair, but they still very dark skinned, so I don't know to call Caucasian. Okay? And then the father, it says on her birth certificate, Jamaican. Okay, they did not want our population, black people's population. That's why sometimes you see black on little census things, non-Hispanic. Because they trying to lower our numbers. They always trying to lower black people's numbers so we don't have as much voting power. We don't have as much buying power. We're not seen like there's too many of us. So how the heck are you going to put Jamaican as a race? Jamaican is a nationality. And her dark-skinned Indian Caucasian from India. It's absurd. Kamala Harris is biracial. Her mother's Indian and her father's black. And of course, just like me, I'm 20% European, right? My DNA says I'm 20%, 20% European, right? 80% black, right? But I don't know any white relatives. I don't know any of them. That's because of the rampant rape of black females, enslaved females, okay? That was rampant and legal. That's why so you're going to find non-black people in almost every black person that's been a part of the quote-unquote slavery roots. You're going to find some European in there somewhere, okay? So, of course, she got some European in her, too. All right. DJ Quik. DJ Quik, who had a great album in, like, the 80s. DJ Quik. Okay, let me look up DJ Quik. You guys ain't going to believe what he did. Okay, DJ, it's Quik. DJ Quik is a rapper. He's from, I think, Compton. I think he's from Compton. And this is him. Okay, Tonight's the Night. Oh, that was a big one. Okay. There, that's DJ Quik. Okay, DJ Quik is a rapper that attended Joe Jackson's memorial. I remember seeing him there thinking, oh, what DJ Quik doing here? What DJ Quik do to get an invite? And some other guys told me when they found out I went, they said that DJ Quik was like, dang, how did I get lucky enough to go to Joe Jackson's memorial? My goodness, right? He was there. I saw him. DJ Quik. He had big, gigantic hits, and he is a part of the Compton. Right. He is from the COMPTON. And he has great. Like The Morning After. What was that one? When he, Born and Raised in Compton, 87. The one about waking up with a hangover just to do it all over again. Oh, that was fun. That was a fun song. Okay. So, anyway, apparently on his Instagram, his avatar is Michael Joe Jackson's driver's license, right? So do we have another believer in the mix? DJ Quik. DJ Quik. Here it is. Yep, here it is. Here it is. He got Michael Joe, and that's showing too. Michael Joe, driver's license. Now, DJ Quik, you know all the death documents in the wrong name of Michael Joseph Jackson, right? You know, I thank a fan. She might not want me to say her name, but, you know, thank you for sending that to me. All right. Are you a believer? You a closeted believer? Because there's not one death document in the name of Michael Joe Jackson. They're all in the fake name of Michael Joseph Jackson. And according to the CDC and the Department of Public Health, who has been keeping death records since the early 1900s, you can only use the legal, full, true name. You cannot use an assumed name or an also known as name on the official death record. And it has never been changed. And you know the Jacksons know. That's because if Michael ever decides to come back, which I don't know if he ever will now. I don't know what he's done to himself. Okay, as far as surgery and all this to force himself never to come back, maybe. Okay, walked into him 100 times. I know he's come to see me at the Catherine versus AEG live trial as a bum, as an old white guy at the IRS case, because he was calling me, you going, you coming, get up, it's time to go, it's time to go, you up yet? Because he was coming, okay? He was coming. He came to see me at Farmer's Market as this black guy, kind of a, I don't know, kind of a regular black guy, I guess, but he had a bandana that tied up here from the top, and brought up Brandon Howard. Okay, why you will bring up Brandon Howard? Okay, so that, and when else he come and see me? Oh, Miss Jane Pittman, as Miss Jane Pittman in Macy's. Okay, where he gave me the hug that I told him, you owe me a hug, 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 and came as Miss Jane Pittman. I'm in Macy's, and he come up and say, can I have a hug as an old black woman? And I was like, yes, of course you can have a hug. Of course, right? Why would I not do that? And then he told me, you got your hug already. Where did I get my hug? I didn't know. Then he had the whole Peter Medani, Hugs Keeping You Alive. And the album came out at that time. The Escape album came out on that day or the day after. That he gave me that hug. And Fever, do the wink, nod, smile. The wink, nod, smile. Macy's commercial. And remember, I used to always say, right? The wink, nod, smile, right? So it all matches. You guys, if you're here and you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the Alive docu-series at michaeljacksoninsider.com. Which brings me to a commercial break. Stays all day shade. Let's do work and play. Because everybody has skin. So please order your Stays All Day Shea fragrance body butter. And I want to show you guys something. I want to go here and I want to show you. I hired a wonderful, wonderful lady who is helping me get my brand out there. And she's done some really cool things that I could never do. You guys know I'm not that tech savvy. Look at that one. Stays all day shade. Let's do work and play. Because everybody has skin. That's one. Where's another one? Here's another one. Oh yeah, this commercial here. Where I am talking. See how she did that in the bottle? Gosh, that's so cool. And then here I am in front of my store, my Skin Butter store. And there I am in front of the Skin Butter store. Yay! So you guys can go to the skinbutterstore.com or the Skin Butter store on Facebook, and you can order your Stays All Day Shea. Let's do work and play. And I promise you won't be disappointed. When you open it, this girl today, I went into this little liquor store to get my my energy drink for the day, and she said, "You smell fantastic." And I had on Jag And Jasmine lasts, I'm telling you, 8 hours. I can still smell it. I can still smell it. And I put that on hours ago, and I drove all the way in town, home, with the window down and everything. I can still smell it. Okay, so order your Stays All Day Shea. So many fragrances, over 50 fragrances and essential oils to choose from. And I'll be adding the soaps and some other stuff soon. All right, so that's it. Now, Brandon Howard has a new song called Gone. I can't play it because then they'll flag me, but I heard it. And also, Brandon also remade the song, Michael's song, Liberian Girl, more precious than any pearl. I'm so horrible at singing. I wish I could sing, but Liberian Girl. And Pearl's in that song. Not to say he did it for me, or maybe just giving me attention that Michael is gone, meaning he ain't coming back, not gone dead. But, you know, maybe he's like sending me little messages. He ain't coming back, period. Okay? Well, Michael, then you'll never let people know how ingenious you were and how you fooled the whole wide world. Now, I do understand that with the allegations, especially the new ones with allegedly the Casios, okay, and with and Frank Cass, you know, it makes it rather hard. It makes it hard. I understand. But don't you want the whole world to know how smart you are? How you fooled everybody? Yeah? Well, you want me to tell them? I've been the historian. I got your back more than anybody else in the whole wide world on this one. Okay? So, anyway. So, Brandon Howard, more precious than any pearl. Liberian Girl. Alright. So, then we have, I'm going to get to that file in a minute. Okay. Oh, somebody contacted Forrest Lawn. Okay. Somebody contacted Forrest Longley, and this is the same BS response. Now, Michael supposedly died nearly 15 years ago, okay? 14 and a half years ago, okay? In 2009. No, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 15 years ago. Over 15 years ago. It'll be 16 years in June. Okay, because it'll be June 2025. So 15 plus years ago. Okay, Michael was announced dead. Okay? And the whole world thinks he's buried there. Fans from all over the world go there. They collect flowers. They say can't nobody get in there but the Jacksons. Because the Jacksons' names are on a list so they can get into Holly Terrace. But why would the Jacksons need to get in, be on a list to get in Holly Terrace if they can't confirm that Michael's buried there? Because Michael bought a crypt for $590,000, okay, but it's empty. Now Tito is supposedly buried there, and I forgot to put that live up. The last live that I did, I didn't put it on my YouTube channel. So I will be putting that on my YouTube channel. Maybe I'll do that tonight. And then tomorrow evening, I'll put this one on the YouTube channel. So at least that one gets one day by itself. And Tito supposedly, bless his heart, bless his soul, is apparently, supposedly buried at Forest Lawn in Glendale, the same one. But Diddy's supposed to be at Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills. Diddy was his ex-wife, but the mother of his 3 only children. Now, there was supposed to be a baby somewhere by an Asian woman. I don't know the whole story of that, you know, if she was just saying Tito was the baby daddy or not. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but LaToya kind of, the 3 kids that he had during wedlock, Taj, Terrell, and TJ, and he met Diddy in high school, and she liked him after she saw them on TV, right? And then TJ's gonna say, I gotta get a girl that don't know who I am and know where I'm related to. But your mama loved Tito because she saw him at school. I mean, saw him on TV. You know, I'm just saying. That's not me making it up. That's in the American Dream miniseries. Okay, it's in the American Dream miniseries that the Jacksons helped produce and gave their seal of approval on. All right. So we all know that the Michael movie is coming out. Okay, so she contacted Forrest Lawn. Let's go there. We all know that the Michael movie is coming out. It's supposedly Easter weekend. Resurrection, Easter, the living dead. Jesus is dead, but not really dead. I didn't do that. Which is supposed to be the weekend of April 18th, 2025. That's when the Michael movie is supposed to come out. All right. So anyway, so here is the Forrest Lawn conversation. All right. Somebody told Forrest Lawn, it was just a few days ago. See, forrestlawn.com. Chat with an agent. Give me a moment to connect you. I'm Nino. How may I serve you today? She says, I am trying to look up Michael Joe Jackson grave. Hey, such and such. Unfortunately, due to our privacy policy, we cannot disclose any celebrity property location. Is he buried there? I apologize, but we cannot disclose any celebrity location or information. That's because he's not there. There is nothing in the world. You can't get in there unless, there's a camera that if you get too close to the door and it's black and you can't even do like this to look through the window, and there's a camera there that'll tell you to move away if you get too close. Okay? No one's ever broke into Forrest Lawn trying to, and if Michael was dead for 15 years, it's dust. Okay, come on. I mean, even if he was supposedly embalmed, it is a gruesome sight. Okay, after 15 years. Okay, even if he was embalmed, the best in the whole world, the best. Nobody has tried to break into Forrest Lawn. They can't disclose it because he's not dead, and they don't want to get caught up in lying and in a part of the hoax, and they are a part of the hoax. They've been lying to the world, and they've been wink, not. Okay, so Forrest Lawn is still not confirming that Michael Jackson is buried there. Okay, just letting you guys know. All right, here we go. All right, so now we are getting ready to do the Carlton Guy, aka Oscar Quintana, aka Michael. Okay, so let me show you guys. Let me show you this first. Okay, and I have these saved for years. Okay, for years. All right, so this is before they revamped their website. Okay, and it says Los Angeles County Department of Coroner, their address, unclaimed persons detail record. Oh, they got rid of the whole unclaimed persons. They deleted this off of their website. Los Angeles County Department of Coroner. All right, so that has been suspected by me and others for more than a decade that that's the cryonic body double. The reason why it's cryonic is Michael went to a cryonics facility according to his limo driver, and Uri Geller went with him. I asked Uri Geller didn't want to get involved, said something rude to me, and didn't answer the question. You could have just said no, Uri. Okay, so they went to Aurelian, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, convention where they talked about cryonics. That's where Michael got to meet a head cryonic guy who called it a hoax, okay, in a letter in my Alive docuseries, okay, and Michael probably set everything up in person, right? Okay, I need a cryonic body double. I need him to look like me, be like me, and in good shape and all this, because propofol, yes, propofol is used in cryonic freezing. And the benzodiazepine, that's how that body originally died. Because Michael was not taking all his benzodiazepines, all those lorazepams and acipans and nesipan and ilonapam and all those. He wasn't taking them because there were more left in the body than the actual, in the bottle than in. prescribed. So he was undertaking them, right? Right? So that's in the, I broke that down in the Pseudocide e-movie book. Okay? So, oh, I forgot to say, they got an e-movie book too. There's a lot. I'm the historian. No one else in the world has more information about what happened from the moment the ambulance arrived to today than me. I was the first person to tweet in the world that an ambulance was at the Carrollwood house. Okay? Because Linda, the maps lady, she called and told me because she was out there in front of his house selling maps. Oh, what a coincidence, right? All right? So, the body died of a benzodiazepines overdose. That's why it said cause of death, propofol intoxication with a benzodiazepines effect. You know, that's and people say, well, how the drugs and Michael and the drug? No, the body came first, then Michael set the story. The body, then let's make the story, because the story had to match the criteria of the body, right? And certain things in toxicology, like certain chemicals that are used in chronic freezing, aren't tested for. Okay? Now, we also have, we're going to get to the case file, but I got to give a little more backstory. We have the LAPD detective that watched an autopsy say the body looked nothing like him. We have Conrad Murray saying it twice, that the body looked differently when he got back from the bathroom, and he said it wasn't the same. We have the paramedics saying that the body looked like an old cancer hospice patient, and that's because when you are upside down and you are frozen, you're going to lose weight because your body is still pumping, right? That's why that red mark was on that chest, okay? Because of the thumper device of the cryonics, okay? That's why the red mark was there. And the reason why the body was because your body has to eat off of fuel. So what the cryonics is going to have to do is figure out some kind of way to intravenously feed these bodies so that they don't get so thin. Okay? And it says 75 pounds. Okay, so enough of that. Okay, let's get to the file. Let's get to it. Okay, let's get to the file. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. Here it is, y'all. Okay, there's the case. 2007-08947. It was first thought of as a John Doe 191, and it said the body was not clothed. And rigor mortis has previously been abolished, as has livor. I don't mean to be so dumb, but I'm just. Now, on the other one, it said race unknown. Here it says he's black, right? And he said 48 years old, but it's a John Doe. Okay? Then it says the body weighed 75 pounds and was 7 inches. It was decomposed. Okay? And notice, the name later comes. Okay? The skin, the ribs were showing, exposed legs, bloop, bloop, all this. Okay? And the cause of death is sudden death due to probable cardiovascular disease, some kind of heart disease. There is no evidence of lividity, something. Toxicology results show something, alcohol, 0.03% alcohol. Decomposition precludes further examination of death as natural. Okay. Natural. This was supposed to be a homeless guy. Now, in a live 5, I compare. Remember that mark on Michael's leg? I'm just saying on that Michael's supposed body leg. Remember? Just saying. And this arm didn't show on the Michael autopsy. I'm just saying. And the fingernails was covered. I'm just saying. The chest. Okay, and look at the body. Look at the face all messed up. Okay? I'm telling y'all. It matches, okay? Where they had to do surgery on that body, this is where everything was messed up. Where they had to do surgery, okay, to make it a body double to look like Michael. All right. Probable, I don't know that word, but cardiovascular disease, decomposed body. Apparently, they found the body See, no drugs detected except a little bit of alcohol. Okay, so natural causes. See, John Doe number 191. Here it is. And then they changed the name. 12/21/07. Name change. Okay, to Carlton Austin Guy. Oscar Quintana. Look at the M. Where the Michael Jackson name? They took it off. They took it off. They took it off. Okay, they took off the Michael Jackson name. Okay, they covered that up. Oh, I bet you did cover that up. That's how they learned that it was Oscar Quintana and Carlton Austin Guy and Michael Jackson, because it was a Michael Jackson body double. All right, so then here later on it says the body, see up here, it says the body was not clothed. Wait, let's go back up here. Body was not clothed, but let's go down here. It had like 15 pieces of clothes on. Okay. Description in the back. Let's see. It was on a corner. So I'm sure they found a body somewhere. Okay. But then this is the body. Okay. They mixing up. They using two. No evidence was collected in this case. Of course not. Okay. Let's see. The body, unidentified adult man who was laying in supine position at the above, decomposed, partially skeletonized, wearing, look, he is wearing a black and white sweater jacket, a black sweater, and a black dress, and a white cowl neck shirt, and black pants, 2 pairs of black pantyhose, black socks, and gray shoes. The decedent has no obvious trauma, scars, or tattoos noted. His face is skeletonized with only some dehydrated soft tissue remaining. His right leg is bare between the thigh and the ankle. I mean, so no next of kin. The next of kin is pending in this case. The decedent has not been identified at the time of this report. He has been issued the temporary identification of John Doe, number 191. Okay, so, and then it said up there he was black, but then here it says he was unknown. Here, clothed, yes. But up here you said there was no clothes. Here, it said the body was not clothed. And then there's 15 pieces of clothing. And then here it's saying that he was clothed. So they took too far, in my opinion. They took, here it is, all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 9, not 15. 9. And he was in a homeless camp, of course, with no relatives, of course. Okay. And here it says he was, here we go. Approximate age 50, so he looked 50, right? Male, 5'10", clothed, yes. Where is the race? Because it said unknown, and on the other one it says unknown. Unknown race in the, I'll go back to it, but here it says he's black, right? Right here, appears to be black, right? Appears to be black, but here, let me go back and get this. Let me go back here. It says hair color, height, weight, date of birth, date of place, known address. Wait a minute. Height. Whoa. Eye color. Where does it say race? It's another one. I'm gonna find it where it says unknown. I'm gonna find that. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's put some truth in it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, here we go. Here it is. This is when they did revamp their site again. Carlton Austin Guy. Here it is. Oscar, 48 years old. Here's the matching case number. Male. Ethnicity unknown. But at the time of the thing, you said he was, you didn't know what the race was. So why is this contradicting itself? Because when I needed to get this, they had to create something real fast. Okay, so they put together, to me, 2 case files. Because why does it say unclothed and then at the bottom it says clothed? And then why does it say he appears to be black, but here for years it said race unknown? I'm just saying. And Quintana, I don't know. You know, Carlton Guy may be black because we got Guy. Teddy Riley and Guy. Okay? Maybe that's what he was saying. Teddy Riley and Guy. I don't know. But anyway, because Teddy Riley did remember the time. You know, I'm just saying. Okay? Michael had a crush on Sally Richardson too. Or was it Teddy? Because she was coming to the studio when they were doing the Dangerous album. I'm just saying. She's beautiful. I'm going to have to show you her. But anyway, and it was unclaimed body. And what do they do with unclaimed bodies? They cremate them. Okay? They cremate unclaimed body. And no evidence was taken at the scene. Okay? So there should be pictures somewhere, but I bet you they done destroyed those pictures. And those pictures could be of any person that's homeless that they just took from somewhere else, because who's gonna go through the whole file? Coroner has the access to do whatever you want with it. So there is the case file. Okay, they then took the name Michael Jackson off. Conflicting information about basic things as race and clothing. Okay, and of course homeless, and of course no relatives, and of course no next of kin, and of course no unclaimed, of course unclaimed, and of course unclaimed bodies are destroyed because they're cremated. This is the Michael Jackson body double. Because why is Michael Jackson's name on this? Because when they sent the fingerprints to the FBI, they came back with these two names on them. And they created a file out of a missing number. And they just assigned it. It's easy. It's easy. And they had to name it Michael Jackson because that's who they thought the body was. Came back Oscar Quintana. Came back Carlton Austin Guy. But they thought it was Michael Jackson, so that's why the three names are on it. That's what I'm saying. Okay? All right. Nobody would have tested for propofol in this body. Let me tell you why. Okay? And plus, I don't believe that this is the real case file, but they needed to do something at that time. And then plus the coroner has all kind of problems and issues, misidentification, lying, covering up, all kinds of stuff. Okay? With this, oh no, don't tell me I done lost the train of thought again. Oh man, you guys got to remember, I have a lot of stuff that I do, and a lot of stuff is on my mind. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff, right? And I'm trying to keep this Michael up while I'm trying to build my business, right? But it was the Michael Jackson. Yeah, why was Michael Jackson's name on this? Okay, and with the propofol, they could put you have to test for it. And that's what I was going to say, because that's why Conrad Murray, when he did the police interview, he disappeared for 2 days because he was being schooled on what to say. He was practicing. Okay, said that the propofol was in the other bedroom, in the closet, on top of the closet, in a blue bag. Then they found a propofol bottle on the floor and other propofol stuff, because they knew that there was propofol in that dead body, and they needed a cause of death to match. They needed everything to match. Okay, so when the autopsy came, it was full of propofol. The body was so full of propofol, it was because they use it in cryonic freezing to preserve the brain. So in case you wake up, because you only legally dead. Everything in your body doesn't die the moment you're declared dead. Your skin cells live for up to 2 days. Okay, the liver lives on. So does the heart. Everything does not just die that day. Everything dies slowly. So that's why they're able to freeze you. And benzodiazepine overdoses are usually in a coma. And when a body is in a coma, and they are a cryonics patient, they can, as soon as you're declared legally dead, they can start the preservation of your body so you could be suspended in animation until a cure is found. And a cure was found with the antidote that Dr. Murray had on the scene. You got to watch it in A Prisoner of Fame. You got to watch it in A Prisoner of Fame. Got to watch it. Okay? I got this. So anyway, guys, There you are. It's a bombshell. You know what? I'm thinking about doing a contest, a challenge to the world, saying I'll pay a certain amount of money if somebody can prove to me that Michael Joe Jackson is dead. Because there's no proof that Michael Joe Jackson is dead. None. This is a cryonic body double. This is Michael's body double. Because why is the coroner lying about it? Why is he covering up? Why is it mixed match? Why didn't they use the dental records? Said it was incomplete. Yeah, because it didn't match. All right. Anyway, so that's that. And so you guys don't forget to order your Stays All Day Shade. Let's do work and play. Because everybody has skin, and we all want our skin. We want to age gracefully. I'm 61, and my skin is still great and nice, and you know, I still get flirted with. I could still turn a head or two when I go out, right? You know, you got to exercise, you got to eat right, you got to drink a lot of water, and you got to have your Stays All Day Shea, okay, which is an antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory. It's high in vitamin A, high in vitamin E. It helps reduce wrinkles. It gets rid of crepiness. It moisturizes your skin. It's cell regeneration. It's collagen boosting. And you get to smell great all day for half or more than half the price of these pricey alcohol-filled colognes, minor oils. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go now. So okay, Michael. All right, Michael, stop messing with me. I deserve to have little bit of some doggone credibility too. My reputation shouldn't be, oh, she crazy. I'm not crazy. I figured it all out. Okay? Yes. All right, then. So, anyway, guys, go to MichaelJacksonInsider.com to watch the Alive docuseries, watch A Prisoner of Fame, order the book Suicide. All right? Talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.